All right, everybody, welcome to Timeout Podcast. We are your host, Oli and Vens. Hey, what's going on, bro?
I'm the most awake person here because I just got off a shift. He got off a nap, I got off a shift. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're
Mm.
that's how
Oh,
we're doing
well,
things
you
today.
definitely are the most awake person because you woke me up, man. So, but hey, what we do for the fans, man. So
Hey man,
let's get it,
call
bro. Let's get
dedication.
it. So, John Wall officially retired, man.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And this is crazy. I saw people hating on the dude, man. This is one player you cannot hate on. I know he didn't retire with a ring, but bro, John Wall's career is unmatched. From high school to, yeah, studied from high school. His career is unmatched, man. He's
Yeah,
not a
he
dude you
has one
can.
of the greatest high school mixtape ever. Top. I don't care who you. Especially if this is for the people who like. If you were heavy into watching high school mixtape like I was
Mhm.
around, I want to say
I would say
early
early
two thousand
2000s.
tens, mid
Yeah,
two
the
thousand tens.
2010s.
If
Yes.
you were a heavy mixtape watcher, like heavy Ball is Life consume, you knew about some of the legendary mixtapes prior, and John Walls was up there.
You guys,
Yes,
this guy used to have so much fun playing the game. Remember when John Wall was doing the doggy in the game? Like, bro, like he was one of the pure hoopers, and injury took that away from us, man.
yeah, yeah. More importantly, I just hate the fact that he's another one of those players that um he the post came from him. The retirement post came from him, but I don't necessarily think that's how he pictured himself going out. You know what I'm saying? Usually, when you think of a player retiring, well, the way I see it, I would have loved to have seen him retire with a team or retire in a season where he was actively playing so that he could feel the appreciation that fans around the league who were there for the earlier parts of his career, who were there for the
Hmm.
peak of his career. You know, fans from competing teams and even Washington Wizards fans. I wish that he could have been able to be on the court and kind of witness that appreciation firsthand. Because I was sitting back the other day thinking, no shade to Paul Pierce, but it's like Paul Pierce got to be in a Wizards uniform and he got to be in a Clippers uniform. He got to be on so many teams well after he was like, okay, you're washed, basically. And
Hmm.
he to the point where he announced his retirement and he was still in the league on the team playing. And I just feel like, again, no shade to Paul Pierce or nothing, but it's just like for the caliber of player that John Wall was, it's just not fair the way he went out
He went
because
out.
he got hurt and then he went to Houston and somehow some way they were paying him not to play because they were
So
they were they were focused on developing the young guys they had at the time that they kept drafting instead of giving him minutes. And they were paying him basically to just sit out the rest of his contract. And then he just kind of quietly went into retirement and quietly got it's kicked out the league. He quietly got kicked out the league. And then I compare that to a player like a Derrick Rose who is celebrated now, but was treated better by the league on his way out.
okay, so you're joining, and okay, this is another topic that we were going to talk about. So you're joining Kendrick Perkins by saying that there's a dark side to retirement because some players get to go out on their terms and some don't. Like when you're talking about players that went out on their own terms, Vince Carter went out on his own terms. Vince Carter retired. He was like a bench warmer and he probably averages like seconds or maybe a minute a game because they were putting him at the very, very end. And I don't necessarily think that that's something I would like to see for John Wall, but I do agree with you when I think that when you say that he should have probably gotten a retirement too, because bro, John Wall was one of the top guards in the 2010s.
Yeah,
Like
easily.
people were considering like talking about him as like one of the best point guards to ever play the game at that high level. It's just the fact that he got injured so much that injury robbed us of that. And when you mention, I mean, this is a quick comparison, but I don't really want to stay on it too much. I feel like that's something like that might happen to Neymar.
It's already happened to him.
No, but he's trying to go back to Europe and clubs are interested. Because remember, you texted me and I was talking to my brother who's a major fan of Neymar. I'm like, this is what Neymar's career has come down to. 5 games in a row, you know? So to go back to John Wall, I feel like I don't know, man, but certain type of injuries. Now think again to not go back to go back to that comparison. We were having a business chat the other day, but usually our business chat end up in a little bit of soccer talk. And we're talking about Ronaldo, the Brazilian. And I was telling the guys like the day that Ronaldo fell and hurt himself was the dog day for all Brazilian and soccer fan around the world. Because you cannot tell me you love soccer and tell me you hated Ronaldo or nine. And I was like, maybe if he was playing in this decade, he probably would have had a longer career because at the time, this injury that he had was a new injury for the doctors. They did not have like the logistic to know how to go around and fix this. But John Wall, I know he got to the league in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was one of the last player drafted in 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know this is the like early. People will say this is 2010. Technology was doing its thing, bro. Technology wasn't as much advanced then, so maybe a lot of his injuries. And I'm not saying that injury doesn't take a toll on your body and on your mental, but maybe a lot of his, if he was like drafted in 2020, he could have had a longer career or even a better career in terms of playing time and coming back from injury. But when you think about John Wall, Derrick Rose, those guys were robbed of their career by their body. It's like their body failed them, and it's like also technology failed them. But then again, I sit down and think, you got Joel Embiid, that injury is robbing him of his career. So maybe, just maybe, like technology or science or doctors might have not been able to do much in John Wall's case.
I mean, that I think too, for in all the guys you just named, their their style of play had a huge part into why they got injured.
Hmm.
Because when you look at John Wall, he was one of the. I always say this when I talk about John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook. I say this is why, like, when I say that there's certain type of fans who really don't appreciate basketball because when they look at the grand scheme of things, they don't understand that at one point in time, as fans of basketball, we were tuning in to a league that had three of the most, if not the three most athletic point guards we have ever seen in the league.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
had a prime Russell Westbrook. And
Hmm.
then even prior to that, when Russell Westbrook wasn't like MVP level yet, we had the youngest MVP in the league in Derrick Rose. And then we had John Wall, who was hitting full speed 360 layups out of nowhere, being one
Hmm.
of the top shot blocking guards in the
Hmm.
league. We 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 were having arguments about who was faster.
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
so this is like so for that style of play, there's no way you come out of it's rare for you to come out of that style of play without some devastating injury or without something that derails your career, no matter how far science is advancing. Because for Derrick Rose, for example, a big factor in him getting his knee injuries was he had poor landing mechanics. Whenever he would jump in the air and dunk or do those crazy layups, the way he would land on his leg, put all that pressure and force right back to his knee every
Mm-hmm.
single time. And because he's young, like you're young, you get back up, you fall, you get back up. You don't think about the pain, you don't think about your mechanics, how you're landing. You don't think about it because you're young. You think you're gonna heal. Then the
Mm-hmm.
injury happens. Then you work your way to come back, but you don't necessarily address those mechanics. So then it happens again. And then with John Wall had a bone spur. He had a bone that was growing at the back of his Achilles that went untreated for years. And he never addressed it because he was used to it until he got hurt. And then it became too late for him. And then we talk about, like, we could even go with Joel Embiid. We probably won't know what's wrong with him, and why with him is just for the type of skills he's doing, his body just can't withstand it. That's my guess.
I have a feeling when it comes to Joel Embiid,
When have you ever seen a big do a like behind the back tween step back for a three? You're not supposed to be doing all that.
you're not. But I have a feeling that when it comes to Joel Embiid, is body size that's hurting him.
I think so too. I think him, like, putting on all that weight and then moving the way he's moving is going against him. And to
Mm-hmm.
bring up another player who was robbed by injuries, who could have been an all-time great, but had their career robbed from them, not necessarily because of science not catching up, but just because of they had something wrong with their body that they just didn't address for a long time because they were used to it. And Greg Oden, Greg Oden
That's
had
what I
a
had in
leg
mind.
he had a leg that was longer than the other since he was a kid because of his growth spurt, and he got used to it and he never addressed it. He's, according to him, the day he addressed it and he put like insoles and he wore different shoes and he did something different, his knee blew out because he had changed it up and his body
Mm-hmm.
was not used to that. He hadn't addressed it for so long, and then you just make this drastic shift. Suddenly you get the knee injuries. Suddenly it's hard for him to recover. And on top of that, because of his size and him being big, it's slower for him to recover.
To
Now teams are
recover.
moving on, and then he didn't retire. His career didn't play out the way he wanted it to.
Oh no, no, not even the way we wanted him to, because we were fans of him, and
Mm-hmm.
I had big hopes for Greg Oden, and I would even throw Andrew Bynum into that list.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of players, so I don't really think it's a science. These are athletes, multi-million-dollar athletes. They're gonna have access to that level of science and that level of medical care and
Hmm.
attention well before we do. Before.
No, but is it there? Like, but I did not know that one thing about John Wall. I did not,
No, yeah,
and
he. It's just little, like, it's these things where it's like you gotta really be in tune with your body. If you're, especially more so now, if you're a professional athlete, you can't have that gladiator mindset that a lot of athletes had back in the day.
Mhm.
Which is why, like, I'm unlearning to not be mad at Kawhi whenever he decides not to play, because for him, for example, like the cartilage in his knee was degenerating, so it was just going away. And
Mhm.
then you think about a player like Lonzo, who, if it wasn't for the science, he probably wouldn't be playing right now. They
Yeah,
put a new thing in his knee, new cartilage in his knee from someone else. It wasn't his own,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that he could get back to playing. I'll give you another one. Dwayne Wade was bone on bone at one point in his career. He came in the league he came with the league already with bad knees because he had a meniscus tear in college. So it's like,
Hmm.
to me, the science is gonna catch up, but it's ultimately gonna be up to the player, because we talk about
To
all the time. You know your body.
Yes.
You know how you feel.
Hmm.
All these things. You also ignore your body too because you feel like you know where you can push it. And then you talk about a player who's the franchise. You talk about a player who's leading a team who thinks he can't really afford to miss games, who it's not affecting his play negatively. So why would he go get a surgery he probably doesn't need that's gonna make him miss half the season?
Half his money, like, yeah, things like
I will
that.
say, last thing I'll say about the John Wall thing is I hate the way the Wizards went about doing it. Like, sure, it was like a little Instagram post or whatever, but man, the team was terrible last season. The team's been terrible for years. You guys traded away Bradley Beal. You mean to tell me you couldn't reach out to John Wall or bring John Wall into the franchise
Just to give
or
him a
something?
retirement tour.
Because more importantly than the player, John Wall was an extremely important figure in that community, specifically when he was in Washington. And for them to just have a simple Instagram post, basically announcing John Wall's retirement after John Wall already posted it, was very just two-faced and fake for me. And then you see it too with our the comparison, because Derrick Rose, they just announced next year Derrick Rose is getting his jersey retired.
Yep. That's why we're talking. That's why we're going to talk about next. So getting his jersey retired is like a great thing for him.
He deserves it.
I not only he deserves it, I just feel like it's a little bit too late. Honestly, I don't know what goes into getting a player's jersey retired. I honestly don't know the logistic of it, the behind the scenes of it, the corporates of it. Like, how many people gotta get involved to approve the retirement of the jersey. But I just feel like Derrick Rose should have got his jersey retired at the beginning of the season, not January 24th. I don't know if there's something special to that date, if he did something special for the team,
I don't know.
but I feel like, well, anyways, better late than never, man. Congrats to my guy, Derrick Rose. That's a guy that I love to hate when he was playing against LeBron, but
Man, he gave
love
us
to love when he was
problems.
playing against other
He
teams.
gave us problems. He gave us every time we saw him in the finals, and I was like, man, we got to deal with him, Ronnie
Derrick
Brewer, Kirk
Rose, bro.
Hyman, Luol Deng,
Yeah. Hey, oh, Joakim
Joakim
Noah,
Noah, Taj
Boozer.
Gibson.
Bro, those were the days, man. Those were the bad boys Bulls, man.
Oh my god! And then
So,
when he hit that layup over all three of the big three, all of them, he went to it was a fast break. He double
mhm.
clutched, hit it, and then LeBron was this close to smacking off. He hit the backboard. He was this close, and it still went in. He
This
gave
guy
us
was
problems. He
This
had
guy
to go.
was magical, man. It was magical. Like, I really love to watch him play. So that's what I'm saying. We we lost three athletic guards. I mean, two. We still have
Two,
Westbrook,
two.
not at the same
Westbrook
level.
hurt his knee. Westbrook's like he's over there because Westbrook early in his career he got a knee injury too early in his career, but then he came back. He came back faster. He came back jumping higher. Like he's over there. But
But
the
we
Derrick Rose thing, that's how you treat a player who didn't necessarily win you a championship, but
mhm,
was so important to your franchise. And it's even more important for Derrick Rose because culturally for the city of Chicago, Derrick Rose is bigger than Michael Jordan. Derrick Rose is bigger than Kanye West. Derrick Rose is, you'd be surprised the level of respect that people from Chicago have for Derrick Rose because he's from there. Like
mhm.
this is somebody you look it up in high school. Derrick Rose was playing in the same high schools that Pat Beverly was in, and the same like before him. He was in those same places. He was in those neighborhoods. He was in that environment. He has experiences that are attached to his core personality that other people from Chicago can relate to. And to see somebody that could have been your neighbor, to see somebody that could have been your classmate, to see somebody that had he not been in the NBA, shoot, he could have been your op. To see somebody like that get to the NBA, be drafted by your hometown city, make history, and become the youngest MVP. He, as far as like dream lives for people who you can be like, oh, he's from the same city I'm from. He walked these same streets I did, and look at where he's at. He will
Hmm.
forever have that respect, and I
He
like the
will.
fact that even the organization of Chicago, because he was another person actively doing stuff in the city within the community, like a John Wall and like all these other great NBA players. The franchise respects that notoriety that he has as a person from Chicago who's achieved this much, even though it didn't culminate to a championship because of one LeBron James and
Do you
other.
think that the fact that John Wall did not win an MVP kind of hurt I don't even want to say that because the Wizards are weird ass organizations, bro.
It's the Wizards, but the thing is, the Wizards. I feel like if but they didn't used to be though because I Gilbert Arenas had a completely different experience than John Wall, and he was the franchise player, and the team was still terrible. So it was like, but Gilbert Arenas, the team was doing terrible, and according to Gilbert Arenas, you could take it with a grain of salt. You could take it however you want to take it, but he says that he was very close with the general manager, and the general manager, throughout all the controversies and throughout all the stuff that Gilbert was going through, still offered him a max deal out of respect for what Gilbert was able to do when the team was struggling as their franchise player. He's like, Jordan was a player that we had. He retired. We didn't really have a direction. We brought you in. You helped us stay afloat. You brought people into the seats. You held on as best as you could as a franchise player. I'm going to honor and respect that by giving you this deal. I
But
feel like,
but till this day, Gilbert Arenas' jersey is not retired. Is
yeah,
it because
but
under controversies or?
probably, but to compare that to a John Wall, I just feel like this is the same team that I don't know. The franchise, it's just they didn't. I don't see them as a franchise that really has a history of honoring great play. I feel like dude, in all my lifetime, I think they've only honored one player, and it was a center that I can't who used to play for their old team when they were like the Bullets, back when they were the Bullets. He was a center for them, like one of their franchise all time
Hmm.
centers. I think they did something for him, and because he had his family, one of his sons might have been a coach or something. Like he had enough legacy within the league that they had to do something for him.
Hmm.
Um, I'll probably put it in the comments or something after we're done. But that's the last thing I remember them doing as far as honoring past players that did anything for them. But specifically for John Wall, I feel like they missed the mark. That's a player who's meant too much to your community, who I think means a lot to your franchise. When we talk about players holding on and lifting the torch and doing whatever it is that they can for your franchise and trying to bring it to a place of relevance, John Wall is one of those names, and now it's got me thinking because even DeMarcus Cousins was saying he thinks his jersey should be retired for Sacramento, and I don't think
It
that's
should.
going to happen.
It's not gonna happen. Are you talking about West Unsealed?
Yes,
Unsealed?
yes,
Oh,
yes. I remember them doing like a special, like a night event honoring him. Either when he passed away, it was a celebration of like his legacy, and they had brought
okay.
his family out and something.
All right. To go back to Cousins, it's just it should be retired by the Kings, bro.
I don't think it's going to happen though.
It's not gonna happen. It's not. It's not. I don't think it is. Again, I feel like it's because of controversies, but
Mm.
it's just it should be retired. And I Well, I can only speak for me because honestly, back in the days, I wasn't so big into checking logistics and things like that. I was just a kid in high school loving basketball and started watching. So the player that brought me to watch Sacramento's name was BB because I love his style. I love the way he played. The player that kept me checking for Sacramento was Cousins.
Mhm.
Because BB, like, again, I'm telling you, he was like late in high school, like around, well, for people that went to high school in Haiti, around second, troisième seconde, which will be what, ninth, 10th grade, that I started watching. And BB didn't stay there long after I started watching Sacramento like that, you know? So I feel like Cousins has brought a lot of eyes to the Kings. A lot.
Mhm.
Well, from my experience, maybe they were there before, since I'm the one who tuned in because of him. But whether it was because he was fighting on the night, whether it was because he was grabbing double-digit rebounds, whether it was because he was dominating some other center, he brought eyes to the Kings, bro. And I feel like he should get sometimes some type of recognition for what he did for the team.
Yeah, but that's where it gets tricky with awful franchises because you don't know with them. You don't know because on the other hand you have like Orlando retired Shaq's jersey number and Shaq didn't win a championship for them. Shaq left them for the Lakers and won a championship and they still retired his jersey.
But
So
because Shaq
for the
brought
time he
ice to
was
the
there,
Magic, man.
yeah. So it's like, well, what do you? It's a tricky situation. Honestly, I feel I don't moving forward. I don't know how the Wizards are going to honor or tie themselves to John Wall. I hope they do something because that was a very special player for them, and he deserves way better than an Instagram post
Hmm.
for for what he was able to do for that franchise. I know there's a lot of modern day fans and like people who value rings and play comparisons who are going to diminish what he was able to do. But at the end of the day, um, this is one of those special point guards that the league has seen, and that you are going to see players who remind you of him, but they're not going to be able to match what he was
What he did.
able to do night in and night out, not to the same level. Because John Wall was for what John Wall was, I'll say he was one of the better two-way point guards that we've had. Yeah, for
Yeah.
for sure. We're not seeing that anytime soon. Not to that degree. So, happy retirement to John Wall. Thank you for all the entertainment.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
hopefully the league and the
And
the Wizards do right by
this is so crazy, man. The way injury has an effect on someone, man. I remember when John Wall got to the league, this guy was so in he was enjoying playing, man. Like pre-game dances, like having fun, and then he got injured, and you'll see when he came back, he's just like he didn't have the same like level of, I'm not gonna say love, but like it was okay. John Wall is here, like I'm here to play. I'm not gonna do too much, things like that. So, but man, happy retirement, bro. Like I hope your analytic career will be as good as your NBA career was. So,
I hope so. I hope so because ESPN needs something. I can't stand ESPN. That's the topic for another day, though.
he went on Prime.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! Thank the Lord!
Yeah, he went on
And I'm not
Prime,
even gonna.
man.
And I'm not even gonna tune into Prime, but just
Yeah, I
until
mean,
until ESPN fires like 95% of the people working there, I don't think I'm ever tuning in.
until ESPN fires, and people are gonna say
I'm
it's
not
because
doing
I'm a LeBron fan. Until ESPN let go of what's his face, Mr. Big Words, Stephen A. Smith,
it. Oh yeah, I
but they not, man.
I
He,
don't.
he's
It's
he's
it's
he's an
not
entertainer. He brings
it's not
in.
it's not just him. It's the whole throw the whole thing away. Throw the whole thing
Man,
away.
listen, they not gonna fire this guy because I saw something going on social media. People like that social media wave type of shit. Because why this whole week when you have Paige Bueckers putting those numbers, you have the Aces on a winning streak. You have so many things happening in women basketball. And the highlight of the week in sport was that Stephen A's daughter has a crush on Bryce James.
Yep. That's why I'm not even. It's a reality TV show. Michelle Obama was right. Stephen A. Smith is a reality TV star. He is not no analyst, and yeah, and that's exactly why I will forever love it when he got checked. Um, man, I just remember him being checked one time for his lack of coverage on women's sports when he started talking about how this was when Caitlin Clark was at her peak in publicity and everything, when she was on fire. And then he was talking about how, oh yeah, we cover women's basketball. Look at him now. Quiet. Silent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Well, that's not how I wanted to pivot, to
Women basketball, but
women's basketball. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen,
I
but
know.
women's basketball is peaking. Okay, women's
Yes.
basketball.
Pay the ladies, guys.
The women's basketball is peaking. You know what I'm saying? If you're not watching the Las Vegas Aces, you know what I'm saying? The Aces let me down last year when they went out in the playoffs. They let me down. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're gonna win the championship this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that. But after winning 10 straight games, ladies and gentlemen, we might be back. We might be back, ladies and gentlemen. After a horrific loss that I'm gonna look this up right now because I want to be right because this happened weeks ago. Yeah, this
But while he's looking for this, um, Aja Wilson, she went and motivated her team and was like, yo, if you're not with us, if you're not on the wave of getting us those
get out.
W's, go find something else to do.
They lost by 53 on the 2nd of August. After a historic 53-point loss, ladies and gentlemen, Aja Wilson fait colère. Aja Wilson had enough. Aja Wilson went to the press, went to the team, said the message, hey, if you're not if you can move on like this is another game, this isn't the place for you. Because
Exit,
this is not another game.
exit.
And ladies and gentlemen, what a response we got. 10-game win streak.
So their win streak has been more than Neymar's game played streak.
This isn't about him right now. This is about the women in Las Vegas. 10 straight, ladies and gentlemen. And then the last 8 games, I think I saw something where it was like Aja Wilson was averaging 26.8 points a game.
Oh,
This
she
isn't
balling.
this isn't
She's
this,
balling, bro.
the team also made some changes to their lineup. They're finding better chemistry off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Jewel Lloyd coming off the bench is providing a better spark for the team. They're everything is clicking. We talk a lot of times about teams clicking at the right place at the right time, and them clicking when they did. You know what I'm saying? Like right nearing the end of the season into the playoff push is perfect timing. It's got me thinking they're going to win the championship. But again, I'm not going to say that like
Do
fully because I
do
don't want to jinx nothing. I don't want to jinx nothing.
yeah. So let okay.
I'll
But
just let it rock. And we're going to move on to
do,
another woman. Rookie of the year. I'm saying it now.
hold on. Before you turn into a page. For the Aces, do you think that it can stay like that? Like they can still have that whatchamacallit, complexity.
I think so, but not to say that they obviously the win streak's not going to continue, but you get a win streak like this lets you know two things. It lets you know that you can beat, not hang, you can beat every single team in the league. That's what this lets you know.
Hmm.
A win streak like this lets you know that you can establish a pattern in order to create a winning formula. And if you follow that pattern, 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, you will win the game. Because a lot of things has to go right for you to keep up the win streak from like like obviously your opponents have to have an off night, maybe a player gets injured, maybe a coach gets out coached, something like that. But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, the chances of you winning go up tremendously. And the teams that you were losing to before, you're smacking them.
Yeah.
Your best player is almost averaging 27, having 30-point double performances, crazy performances, mind you. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
She stepped into her role. She always had
I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if somebody else was to win MVP right now, because this is purely recency bias. Because I know like Satu is balling, like I know there's other people balling, but right now in this month, it's A'ja Wilson.
For me, A'ja always had the demeanor of a leader. She always was a leader. She always was like that player for the Aces. But stepping into that role and telling them, yo, you're not doing what you're supposed to doing, exit, that's like another level. And it's crazy. I like it like that because you don't hear people going like, oh yeah, she's asking for more help. How much help does she need? Because if LeBron comes out and do a speech like that, this is what the media's gonna be like. Oh, we need how many more players you gotta go? How many superstar you gotta do? But her doing this and stepping into that role and actually playing like leading the team and playing like that, because she's like me, I'm doing my part. What are you doing? Because after that night, when we look at the stat sheet, I want to see you try. I want to see that those percentages go up. That's like her being the leader of her team. So definitely, bro. Like, I think that's a good thing for the Aces.
It's an amazing thing because even because years from now, forget about I don't want to say forget about the season because I want them to win the championship, but moving forward, this is what we talk about when we say a franchise or a team that's establishing culture. This is what you look for, because stats aside, she was basically saying, because you know how some teams or some coaches, a lot of coaches in the NFL will do this, or not like some even teams in the NBA will do this. After a really really bad game, they just move on. They just move on, try to, and for some teams that works. You don't address the thing head on. You just quietly move on because it may have been a fluke game. Maybe you guys went to LA and the night before and they just had one too many and stayed at the strip club a little too late, and you can forget about those games. But for this game specifically, she addressed the behavior. She was like, there's no way I can be the angriest person in the locker room. Cannot be me. That, to me, that was the message. She addressed the behavior. She put a full stop to what potentially could have been a bad cultural precedent. A bad cultural precedent, meaning you lose by a historic margin, you lose by 53, and you think you
And
can turn the shit
we just
around,
go about a day.
and you just put it at the back of your head. You don't fully address what went wrong. You don't use the negative energy that a loss like that can create as fuel to become better. You just push it to the side. She immediately put a stop to that. And moving forward, when you talk about the identity of a team, of a franchise, that's culture. That's culture. That's winning culture, and that's important. That's great to see from your best player. So if I'm an Ace fan, which I am, I'm happy. We're very happy right now. You feel me? Bam, do better. Your girl is beating you in every category. Do better. You know what I'm saying? Take some notes, Bam. Miami needs to get back up next season. Do better, Bam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, so Paige, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say. If she was in Caitlin Clark's draft, she would have been number 1 pick. I said it then. I'm saying it now. I'm sticking to it. Y'all can't say y'all could say I'm wrong. Y'all could say I was wrong then. You know what I'm saying? But the 44 speaks for itself.
Yeah,
the 44. Yeah. If she did not get hurt and was in that same draft class as CC, she would be the number 1 pick. I said it then. I'm saying it now. This
But
is our
man,
rookie of the year, and even the league believes so. It's not fair to CC because she is dealing with injury right now, so she hasn't really gotten to get on. I really want to see them go against each other, though. I'm going off of
I do too, because Paige is putting eyes in the league too, man.
buckets, buckets, and handle. She can dribble the ball. The way she.
No,
But
she got it.
if you were watching her if you watched her at UConn, you knew this was a part of her game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I was scared for her for, like, her rookie year before the All-Star appearance, for all this, I was just scared for her because Dallas was a sticky situation, because it wasn't a winning situation.
Yeah.
And like, you worry about that because you're in a team where they have a player already in Enrique, and they're not really doing anything for her, to surround her with enough pieces to contend. And then you throw in you bring in a rookie, and you're shouldering a lot of that on the rookie. So I was scared for that.
But she took
But
it head on.
basketball-wise, come on now, like, God, man.
She didn't have a problem. She took it. She took it no problem, bro.
Yeah, and that's another player. Well, she did time in college, obviously. She did more time, a lot of time in college. But she already had that leadership quality. She's not so much of a fiery leader. She's more of a calm leader. And I feel like that's helped a lot, when it comes to losing big games, or even when it comes to on-court tensions. She's a person that's just kind of like, everybody calm down, everybody chill, let's just keep it basketball, let's keep it cool, let's keep it calm. And then she just goes out and balls out. I feel like I like that. To me, I respond well to that kind of leadership.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's good to see that from a player who's a rookie in the league, but making this much of an impact already for their squad. And that's the league is in good hands. The league is
in good hands. League is getting more eyes on it. League is growing now. I want to see the reward for the people who are causing this to happen. That's all I want to see. I want to see them get what they deserve. That's all.
Yeah, that's at that point we can only pray. We can only pray and support and do what we gotta do as fans.
That's not too much to ask for, man. That's really
that's not. Hey, we're doing more than ESPN. So so it is what it is, and now's a great time. Like, man, now's a great time to be a WNBA fan.
It is.
It's a great time. Minnesota's Minnesota. like I'm over here talking about the Aces, and Minnesota still like a threat that's like out there somewhere.
They are always a threat, man.
Yeah, I don't want to focus on Minnesota right now. Let me be happy, okay, people. Let me be happy.
But so moving a little bit from the WNBA, Kuminga, your boy.
Hey, chill out.
He takes it on the same level as Kid Cunningham and Scotty Barnes.
No.
Numbers don't lie, bro.
What? Stop it.
Numbers don't lie.
Stop it. What? No, tell me the numbers.
I'm not saying he is. That's what I'm saying. Numbers don't lie. Okay. Before you come out and say something like that, look at the numbers. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
You know what I'm saying? He could cry. He could say that Golden State, stunted his growth and potential and are limiting him.
Even go now. You know what? Stop. Since Golden State stop your growth, next time don't say Scotty Barnes and Kate Cunningham. Say that you were Steph Curry. You were supposed to be the next Steph Curry, but they kept Steph Curry playing, so that's why you're not.
He's gonna be in China by the third NBA game. They gonna do that little, when they do that little NBA overseas thing where they have you playing in different countries and Europe and stuff. They gonna play a game in China and they just gonna leave him there.
Leave him over there.
They gonna come back with the team. he say something like that, bro, he's gonna
Because
be.
this is crazy, bro. This is
If
crazy,
it's
man.
fault,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Jose is on the same level as Kid Cunningham. Kid Cunningham is Detroit's leader, man. He's their
Man, that he's
dog.
comparing himself to the Scotty thing. I don't. He's not. Not even Scotty. He not even Scotty.
Man, listen,
Not even Scotty.
I'm
Maybe
telling you, the
he
numbers
could get
don't
to
lie.
Scotty. He could get to Scotty, but he's not Scotty. He's not Scotty.
You know, so okay, as of right now, what is the situation? He's still unsigned.
He's still. I haven't seen him re-sign him. I haven't seen nothing from him. I heard about
So
Malik Beasley before I heard about him again.
if the league were to start tomorrow, will he be playing for them or not?
I don't
He's a
think
free
so.
agent.
I think he's still. I'm pretty sure he's still a free agent. Yeah, I haven't heard like.
So
And I follow, and I have I have all of Sham's post notifications on. Shams ain't post nothing. So,
yeah, I ain't heard anything from Shams lately.
I
Maybe
ain't
he's
heard
on
nothing from
vacation.
Shams, man. So I can't say he's. I can't say,
Shams is probably on vacation or something.
man. If he's anything like Woj, there's no such thing as vacation. I
But
hope Woj is doing okay.
I need somebody to bring Kuminga to Earth, man, or Earth One, since I'm a Marvel and DC fan. Apparently, there are many Earth out there. Bring Kuminga back to Earth One.
Bring
Maybe
him
you're a
home.
bit,
Bring him home.
bring him home, because maybe he is on the same level as Kid Cunningham and Scotty Barnes on Earth 3 or 4 or 5 or Earth 2, but not on Earth 1, bro. Come back home. Come back to reality.
Nah, that's crazy. You know, I think honestly, I just have to see it. You know what? If he really believes he's like that, because for years now we've heard he's a potential player. You gotta believe in his potential. You
Let
gotta.
me tell you something. When I used to play, like really play basketball, I believe that I was Allen Iverson without the braids. Because I was younger, my mom wouldn't let me get braids. So I really thought I was a well, my school would not let me get braids. I really thought I was AI without the braids. So every time I had the ball in my hand, I would try to do those I have those and those, do those crossovers. But I wasn't AI, man. It's
Hey,
okay. There's only one AI.
he's just saying he's saying at his best he's Cade Cunningham.
Earth 2.
Hey, that's that's such a nasty comparison. I can't even. I don't even want to entertain. I don't even want to entertain. And I'm a
It's
big
not
Cade
even the same
Cunningham fan.
position. It's not the same position. Yo, for the longest, until you told me on the podcast recently that Kuminga was actually a 3, maybe a 4.
Yeah.
I really thought he was a 4, maybe a 5.
Oh no.
So you comparing yourself to Cade Cunningham, who's a point guard,
A
has
tall
that
point
court
guard.
vision. It's not the same thing. It's not the same position, bro.
It's not the same roles either. I like. I don't know
Exactly.
where. I don't know if he's looking at it from like what they can do, like what like skill
Maybe he's
wise.
maybe he's looking at it as like I would say like the Detroit brought in Cade Cunningham to be their leader
Yeah,
as a rookie. So maybe he's looking at it at like, okay, when Steph retires, I'm gonna be Golden State's leader. But even then, bro,
that
you
was
mess
never in
your
the plans
window
for
of
him.
opportunity.
That was never in the plans for him. They would have given that priority to Jordan Poole way before Jonathan Kuminga. Jordan
So
Poole
I'm
was the
saying
third splash brother before he got
you miss your
punched.
window. You miss your window of opportunity. That's something you take. That's not something that's given to you. Leadership is not something that they can bestow upon somebody. That's something that you go ahead and take yourself. You think that you think somebody else in the Aces could have done what H.R. Wilson did
No,
by bringing the team together?
no,
You are
not
born
that.
a leader. You either a leader or a follower. You cannot pretend to be a leader. You gotta have this in your genes. You can actually be a
You
leader,
can
but you're not
come
gonna
with
be
it.
as effective as a real leader.
Mm-hmm.
because you can go and lead like people who are weak-minded to do things that you want, but you're not gonna be Malcolm X.
No.
You're not gonna be Martin Luther King.
No.
You have to have these in your gene. You have to be able to tell people something that you feel like is wrong and lead them to the promised land. So hey,
Hey,
that's
if
what
he's saying,
man, listen, he might be a leader. Maybe they never give him the opportunity. Maybe there's always gonna be maybes, but men lie, women lie, numbers not. Again, Jonathan, you're not on the level as Cade and you're not on the level as Cardi. That's the way I feel about this.
well, that we gonna see because Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter is saying that now that he's in Brooklyn, he's trying to get his first All-Star appearance.
Oh, he actually might. That's a kid that I believe in. He actually might. So talking about the Knicks, good segue. Did the Knicks get better this offseason, in your opinion?
Did the Knicks get better?
Nets,
Or the
Nets,
Nets?
Nets.
The Nets?
They got MPJ.
Um,
They got Terrence
um,
Mann. And they got your boy Highsmith.
I mean,
Talking about the Nets again, Noelle pointed out that last episode we were talking about Zillow like he was still on the team. He's in Dallas now.
merde. It's over. It's over. I can't no more. This hurts me too much. I used to be such a fan of D'Lo. It's over. I give up. I give up. I give up.
But going back to the Nets, man.
I give up. I give up. I give up. Man, oh my god.
Going back to the Nets, did they get better this offseason?
Well, they got rid of D'Lo, so I mean,
Dog, come on, man. Oh, they still haven't signed that kid that I was telling you he was gonna get a contract. I
oh,
forgot his name.
oh my god. Why?
Why?
You know
What you
what,
mean?
man?
Why?
You
They
know
needed a
what?
backup point guard.
They had D'Lo. Man, you know what?
I'm talking about the Mavs.
uh, I guess. Man, did the Nets get better?
Yeah,
How do I? I'm gonna say like slightly, but not. It's not like a.
like
What's
they
the
are
what's the
they are
difference
immediately
between?
contenders.
Yeah, like what's the difference between you know taking a step to the left and then taking another step to the left? Like,
You are fully on the left.
not like all they did was switch lanes to me. They didn't really they didn't really get faster. Like you ever driving behind somebody who's mad slow and they just move back to the right lane. That's basically what the
Mm-hmm.
Nets did. The Nets are still going 65. They just on the right lane now. They not in the middle. They didn't really do nothing to me.
And 65 is the speed limit, so maybe.
So yeah, they there. Like machine not my shit. It's not.
So they got Nick Claxton. They got
They've had him for like years now.
yeah, I'm saying they got Highsmith newly acquired. They got MPJ. They got Tyrese Martin. They who else? They got I don't know anybody else, man. On the oh, they got Cam Thomas, Zaire Williams. Oh, Day One Sharp. I don't know, man.
They do it so I mean, like I said, they got rid of D'Lo, so I guess they got.
Zillow is in a winning situation now.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man. This is crazy. Yeah, so I can't really say they did anything. And then my MPJ saying he's gonna average 25 and chase his first All-Star, like he doesn't have Cam Thomas on the roster with him. They both gonna be chucking up shots. So I don't know what the Nets plan is. I don't know what that, because usually,
I'm
like,
going to the playoff, chasing a ring.
that's
Isn't
not what
that
your potential best player said. Your potential best player said he's chasing his first All-Star. He don't care about the team. He don't care about the team, bro. The first thing he said when he got to Brooklyn is, "I'm gonna get that first All-Star." He ain't say
he got a ring already? He need that All-Star.
he
What
don't
you
say
talking about?
we're gonna improve the team. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Like, we're gonna, like, become more leader like and all that. He ain't saying none of that talk. All he did was he got a new apartment, started hanging out with streamers, and now he's talking that All-Star talk. He don't care about the team.
Man,
This is an AAU team. That's what this is looking like to me.
do you think they should sign Malik Beasley since he got cleared and he's out of a team now?
Um, they could offer him.
Where do you see Beasley landing?
Well, hopefully, I see him landing in a Miami Heat uniform, because we love criminals on this side. You know what I'm saying? We already have one of our guys who's also fighting a case, a similar case. So you feel me? We could.
Why do I even try it this way?
We
Everybody
could.
got to land in
Well,
the
you want him
West,
to be in
man.
a Laker uniform? Is that what you want?
No,
You want him to be?
I need realistic
We
prognostics,
have
bro.
the money to offer him, bro. We only signed Norman Powell. We traded Highsmith. We traded Highsmith.
You might have the money, bro, but your executive is Pat Riley.
Hey, you never know with him. He might wake up and be like, this guy, why not sign him? Like
I'm gonna,
Pat Riley's at a point where he can make any decisions, right or wrong. So he could
I'm gonna,
realistically end up in a Miami Heat uniform. But but Miami to the side, I think he signs two places. And bear with me. I
mm-hmm.
could see him going to Phoenix if they end up offering him like a substantial enough bag, because Phoenix is like not really a winning situation. But if I'm thinking the way Malik Beasley is thinking, I'm going to need to pay off lawyer fees. And in order to pay off lawyer fees, I am going to need lots of money,
Money. Yeah.
especially to make it seem like I'm not about that gambling life anymore. I have money. Why would I do such a thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm signing for the bag. I don't care where. So I could see Phoenix. And these are like struggling teams who just need something, just need like a
Somebody,
spark.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do see a world where he goes back to Detroit, but probably
Me
not for
too.
the
I was kind of thinking that.
money that he was probably expecting. I could also see a Chicago. I don't know why,
Chicago.
but I could
Hmm.
see
That's as the
I
odd man out.
I could see Chicago signing him. If not Chicago, then I could see Orlando signing him. One of the two.
Interesting.
One of the two. But
Interesting.
if either team signs him, I don't think they sign him for big money. I don't know that they sign him for big money
Okay.
because of
So
his
we
situation. They could easily use that situation against him, even
against
though
them.
last season he was one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA.
We'll see, man. I think he might get signed somewhere nice and get a good chunk of money for his talent. We'll see.
Oh, sleeper pick. I also see him signing back with Minnesota somehow, some way. He might. There's a chance he ends up back with Minnesota
But
somehow.
Chicago's odd. I don't know about Chicago, but we'll see.
You don't think so? Like, because even from a playing situation, it might even be beneficial for his career because he's playing with like a
He
Josh
will, but I
Giddey.
don't see the Bulls making that move. I don't know, man. I just
I
don't
don't
know.
know. They don't have. It's not like I don't see that they don't really have anybody substantial right now. They lost a bunch of, like, Lonzo's gone. I feel like they're going all in on Kobe White.
I think they are in rebuilding mode.
Then you could take a Beasley if you're rebuilding. To be honest with you,
But for how long? Like a 1 year contract?
probably 2 years. 2 years. Give him like 2 year player option. See where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go from there. But then you give him a substantial amount of money to where, or other sleeper pick if they have the money. Dallas.
I think if Dallas has the money, he's gonna head there because he will get the money and be in a contender team.
Mm-hmm. And then if Clay goes down for Lord knows what, you have a premier shooter on the roster. So he's one of those players where you could, if you think hard enough, you could figure out a reason why he would be beneficial to your team and why the situation would sort of make sense.
If your team can
Even for
afford
the
it.
Lakers, you
But he
put a
didn't do
shooter.
nothing. He didn't do anything for the Lakers. He didn't do anything.
I mean,
He didn't do anything.
bring him back.
We'll see.
Y'all took Dennis back. Y'all can take anybody back. Y'all took Dennis back. Y'all took D'Lo back. Y'all are the kings of taking people back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all have taken people back. So
we don't move on. We don't move on, man. We are that X that's still calling.
And call again. He needs you.
NFL, man. There's not much happening. Yeah, besides like a fight that happened in the Seahawks and Packers scrimmage.
Threw his first tutty in his first snap. What do you mean there's nothing happening in the NFL?
What's happening?
My quarterback threw a tutty his first snap.
Your quarterback threw a touchdown and then he got intercepted.
Eating W's. That's what happened.
You know he's not gonna see playtime this season, right?
Doesn't matter. He already has
okay.
I
just want you to realize that he's in a situation where he might even get cut.
They're not cutting the heart and soul of the squad. It's not happening.
Giants has 4 QBs.
One of them's not playing. He's there for the vibes.
Okay.
For the locker room.
I mean, is QB3 behind Ducks? He's gonna be QB3 behind Ducks and Russell Wilson, and I think the other kid might get cut because I don't think they're gonna keep 4 QBs on the roster. There's no need. Oh, the other guy might get moved to practice squad.
There you have it. Either way, my QBs is perfectly fine. Like, we're not worried.
No, you're having fun.
We're not worried.
You're having fun. I love it for him.
I wish. So bad.
So, Shador, that's the name.
Rattler for real.
Spencer Rattler.
Are you intrigued by Spencer Rattler?
I'm intrigued by the Saints, man.
This ain't about them.
It's about them. It's part of the team.
How do you feel about Spencer Rattler?
I mean, it's early, man. It's early for me.
What do you think they saw to make that decision to say that he's gonna be their guy?
They haven't put the approval stamp on him yet. They are experiencing. Feel like it's a situation where he will get 6 weeks to prove himself, and then if he can't, he will get benched for the other guy. But it's early, man. He might wake up. It's the Saints, bro. You know how sometimes you are planning on something and then boom, something else. Okay. Last night, man, was crazy for me. At midnight, I was looking for a car rental place with my stepdad because they were going away. And then I got so frustrated that I bumped on a what is it, a curve? Like those things that are on the middle of the road, but they are kind of a little bit higher. And then next thing I hear, my foot are blue. So sometimes you plan on just going into one thing and then a bunch of shit happen and then everything gets fucked up. This is the sense right now. Derrick Carr fuck shit up for them. The Saints were not planning on getting another QB, bro. They were not planning on that. The Saints had no type of plan of going to look for a QB. And then their QB woke up one day and was like, "Man, I'm done with this shit. I'm retiring." So now they're gonna go. They have to go. Yo, imagine you're not planning on getting any QB and you're not scouting any QB for the whole college season. And then this guy wake up one day and was like, "Bro, listen, I'm done with this
My
shit.
back
I'm
hurt.
retiring.
My back hurt. My
My
arm
back
hurt.
hurt. Everybody hurts. Fuck this shit. I'm out." So now what do you get? You're like, "Yo, Spencer, come over here. Do your best." But no, in all seriousness, man, this is what happened to them. So they were not planning on getting no damn QB. So they got, yo, at this point, I'm gonna get what I can get because this guy left me, man.
Oh man. Oh, I hope.
You
I hope
know,
he. I hope he
sometimes you're not
balls out.
planning for shit like that to happen.
I mean, do they? But okay, so do they have enough to where this isn't like a Zach Wilson situation where he's just thrown to the fire and like he has nothing and his talent's not really there yet because he has to get used to not
It
playing.
is, it is that situation because he's literally gonna have to step up and lead a team, bro. It's like you wake up the next day and you're in a different situation and you have to adapt.
So is he sinking or swimming? You know what I'm saying? Is it?
I think right now he's drinking some water, but he's gonna have to start start doing some type of move to get out of the water. Right now he's in the middle of the water with no sense of direction. Am I going left? Am I going right? But at some point you're gonna have to decide.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. And since offensive line is not making things easier for the guy, man.
Throw him in the fire. You know.
Yeah, Derek is probably somewhere laughing. He's like, huh? And now y'all know why I was done with this.
He don't care. Derek Carr don't. We don't know where he is. Like,
Man,
he don't
he's
care.
really done with this shit.
He's done, bro. He had his tea in the NFL. He did. You know, he had his MVP caliber seasons. He did his thing, man. After that, he
He's
said, "I'm
done.
done." He's done.
But I think Spencer's gonna be okay. It's just gonna take him a minute.
All right. I mean, he's gonna have time because, again, at this point they're just like we're gonna see what you're capable of, and we're gonna see what we're working with. I'm. It's good to see a team kind of like decide this early, though, in my opinion, because now it's like,
No, the Saints know that he is not. They are not contenders this season.
yeah,
Unless a miracle happen, unless they make a move and trade, or unless they sign.
yeah, but
I don't
this isn't
even
even
know
that.
who's so I don't even know who's available for them right now. But in 7 games, Rattler has 5 interception for 4 touchdowns. That's not He has to step that up. 18 rushing attempts, 146 yards. So that's not even 10 yards per carry. Yeah, he did have a 28 wash yard, 28 yard wash. So that's a lot. That's good. But in college, he was doing his things, man. 77 touchdown for 32 interceptions. So it's just a situation where he has to adapt. I think he's kind of surprised of the situation where they put him as a he's now got the weight of the team on his shoulders. He wasn't ready to take that on yet. Maybe they promised him that they were gonna ease him into the situation, and they were like, "Yo, bro, listen, we don't have a QB. You gotta be
We
that
don't
guy
really
for
have no
us."
options.
Yeah. So he has a 70.4 passer rating, so it's gonna be okay, man. He just gotta adapt.
All right, well, we shall see. Speaking of adapt. Your boy Demarcus Robinson couldn't adapt to substances and had a substance abuse violation that saw him get suspended 3 games. Um, what is it
My
with your players
Niners,
and abusing substances?
my Niners.
What is it with your Niners? What's going
Why,
on
oh,
over there?
why we keep getting those guys? But I like the signing.
Okay.
We just gotta keep him away from drugs, from like illegal drugs in the NFL. But I like the signing. I like the signing because especially since we lost Debo.
Mm.
Well, Debo walk and we let him walk because
Yeah,
okay.
you didn't lose Debo. You
Uh, we
Debo
did
got
lose
up and
him,
left.
but it's what the way people think it's a loss for us. I don't think it is that big because Debo held the team hostage for some money and didn't do anything after he got his money. So Ayuk is still injured, although another guy who held us hostage, but now is injured and we don't know when he's coming back. CMC, I know he's your guy, but is at the point of
Yeah,
where
he's only
yeah,
got a few years left, man.
yeah,
Realistically,
yeah.
so I
So now we gotta focus on getting our wide receiver, I would say depth because we are very injury prone. This is one of the teams where last season injury we were plagued by injury and our season went to shit. So when Robinson got not Robinson, yeah, Demarcus Robinson. So I was talking about Brian. We have two Robinsons now. So when Demarcus got suspended, we went and traded a pick for one of the guy that got the touchdown for the Chiefs, Skyy Moore. But I saw jokes on the Niners group that they were like, bro, you sign a wide receiver who has the number of a running back. What can we expect? They were like, the only thing this guy did for the Chief was catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Nothing else. Like they were going in on the kid. Like, yo,
well,
give him a chance.
yeah, that what do
There's
you?
another
That's up
signing
to
we
you.
did. Hmm?
That's up to you. How do you feel about him?
I don't know. I don't know him enough to have an opinion right now. I was
But
planning
he
on
caught that
watching the.
touchdown though.
No, he did catch it. So hey,
He
even
catch one
even a
touchdown.
blind, but even a blind squirrel wants someone catch a nut. So I'm not. That's not gonna be the deciding factor for me. I
That's
was planning on watching him tonight. Huh?
that's real crazy to say, man. Give him a chance. How you go from give him a chance to call him a blind squirrel? That's
No, no,
crazy.
no. You said he did catch that touchdown. I said that's
Yeah.
not gonna be a deciding factor for me. I'm not calling the guy the
Uh,
blind squirrel. I'm not disrespecting the guy, bro. I'm not calling him a blind squirrel. I'm just saying, even, but I was planning on watching him tonight, but then I slept.
nah.
Um, Another signing I'm excited about, bro. I was happy this week when we traded the sixth round pick. The tremendous win that are on the podcast. What's going on with your team, man? How you let Brian Robinson Jr. go for such a low pick? Sixth round? I'm like, bro, I got a jam for sixth round. Because if CMC goes out, my running back depth chart is looking pretty nice. I got Brian Robinson Jr. to come as a backup. I got Isaiah Gredinko or whatever you say his name was, and I got that new kid that's been killing it on the preseason. So we can run the ball now. And I feel like they got Brian because they gonna kind of lower CMC's
Production. They're gonna lower his
production. Yeah,
usage. They're gonna lower his usage.
usage. That's the word I was looking for. They're gonna lower his usage to prevent injuries.
Mhm.
Injuries. So, man, I like the way things are going. And another signing that I like, we got Chosen. We got Robbie Chosen. He used to be a player. He used to be a player for your team.
He
I
wasn't.
always liked him.
Look, I always liked him, but he would let like I'm not. He wasn't crazy. Like
Okay,
he
this
wasn't.
is one of those receiver that I call a sleeper. He's not the guy that's gonna give you
No,
100 yard every game.
he'll give you a few impact plays here or there. Like
Exactly.
he's
That's what I
like
like.
I call him a solid like constant. He might even go down a bit, and he's a player where if he's not constant, unfortunately he will get a bunch of unnecessary blame placed on him if he's not like this. Because
So
historically, he's never gonna be like he's never gonna give you a season where he's just like this all
so
the
the
time.
good thing the good thing about this situation now is not a starter.
He's not a starter. So I'm
So
like,
he's a guy that can come in, catch a couple of balls for us, give us a few first down, even catch a TD for us, because is that type of player.
yeah,
Is that player that you never know
constant.
where what how you gonna is that player that can impact a game without you thinking about it. Because people have been so disrespectful of Kobe Chosen that they're not gonna cover him the way they should. And then you never know that why you spending all your attention on Ayuk or Prisho or even the Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch this guy on a slip and then he goes down and give you a touchdown. So that's why I like that signing. So because I was playing Madden the other day. I didn't even know he was on the roster. I was playing Madden the other day and I'm playing preseason and I see a guy with number 3. I'm like, oh, who's that receiver? And I throw a pass to him and I'm like, oh, Chosen, you're here. I like that. So I like that signing. I really do like that signing.
And
But that's the state of the Niners, man. That's the way things are.
so where do you so like just give me something. Just give me like a prediction for where you see.
Where
So
where I see where I see my team
yeah,
go. So I saw something.
what's the expectation?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that because it's been on my mind all week, and I try not to talk about it. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx my team.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching sideline sources, and
Mm-hmm.
they did a season simulation with Madden, and
Mm-hmm.
the Niners won the Super Bowl. I don't have Super Bowl expectations for the Niners because we are still injury prone, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving those moves that they are making
Mm-hmm.
because last season everybody got injured and we're just standing here with forgive me the expression, with our dicks in our hand, just looking like what's going on. But uh the only thing that I'm not the only thing that I'm not sure about is my backup QB.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I mean, I think we should get somebody else, but um Brock Purdy doesn't usually go down for a lot of games. But when we were fighting for that for that yeah, the the conference, like we were playing the Eagle and Brock Purdy went down, and then the other QB came and went down. Now CMC had to play QB. That's why I'm like, why we always have? But we did sign somebody though. We signed somebody that has a name that that has a name that I like. But Mac Jones, I don't like. I never been big on Mac Jones, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe he might prove me wrong. Like was it Zach? No, not Zach Wilson. The one that went to the Vikings. I'm missing all those white boys' names. The one that went to the Vikings and had us Sam Darnold. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
he might prove me on like Sam Darnold did. I hope that he does. But we signed somebody named Tanner Mordecai. I like that name, bro. Mordecai.
Why?
I don't
Why?
know. Tanner Mordecai. I like that Mordecai last name. I'm
Oh,
like, bro,
yeah.
it makes you sound like a villain.
He's gonna get a Mordecai jersey. Watch.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get no Mordecai jersey. Like, if I don't have a Niner jersey. I have a Niner hoodie. I don't have a Niner jersey. If I'm ever getting a Niner jersey, it's gonna be Gyökeres or Joe Montana.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not getting nobody news jersey. I probably would have gotten. I have a Kaepernick jersey, the one that says I'm with Cap, but
Mhm.
I don't have any Niner jersey. I don't like football jerseys. I don't like the way they are, the way they fit. So that's why I
Mhm.
don't have any football jersey.
Mhm.
But I do like his last name, man. I mix it because I'm like, if he was like, the way Zlatan be like carry himself, like when you see Ibrahimovic, you fear this guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
if Mordecai can play into the name, it will be like, fear me, I'm Mordecai.
I don't know. I don't know a soul on earth who fears that name. My vodka.
But yeah, man. So
Yeah.
prediction, I'm hoping playoffs,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and then
That's
from the playoff, I'll see how I do because I'm still fighting the Eagles for a conference, man. I hope that the Madden curse. I hope that the Madden curse is not real because I will hate to see Shaquan Buckley go down.
yeah.
I will be
I don't want
pissed.
to see. I don't want to see the.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that. Nah. I don't want to see that. Mm-mm.
I really hope that is not real.
I don't want to see that. It's consistent, but I don't. I don't want to see that.
No, let's hope not, man.
Yeah. I don't
Let's
want to
hope
see
not this season. I did say that for CMC and it did go down, but let's hope not this season, man.
that.
Let's hope not.
Mm-mm.
Soccer, soccer. Your team signed Rashford. They didn't sign any defenders, and today they barely won. They won at the 90th minutes,
I
90
didn't.
plus one.
I didn't. I don't
I
know, man. I don't
I
know.
watch I watch a little bit of the game, and then I moved to watch. I did go to watch AC Milan lose, this weekend I don't know what's happening, man. All the big teams lost. I had a parlay. Manchester City blew my parlay. First game of the day, and they blew my parlay. They lost 2-0 to Tottenham. It's crazy. Everybody's on the poly group chat. Mais amis, Gado City. Bro, blew that shit, man.
Oh, I know one of my cousins is sick right now.
And the way they lost because this is something that I've been complaining about in soccer and soccer coaches, man. They are not open to change. They are not open to readapting a team. They lost because Guardiola. It's honorable. I'm a die with my shield. Honorable, but they lost because Guardiola got out coached and Guardiola couldn't adapt to the game. Bro, this is not a game where you bring in Bernardo Silva. This is not that type of game. They lost and blew everybody's parlay. And Liverpool is being talked about. I gotta catch a Liverpool game, man. I took today off. I was tired. I took today off. I was able to skim into a couple of games, but I wasn't able to watch as much games as I wanted to watch.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta take the time.
I could not catch a game. I could not do that. I was working.
Yeah.
I was working, boy.
So Liverpool is playing Monday at 3. Monday, I'm home. I'm working from home. So I'm gonna have the game on while I'm working. I gotta
Okay.
take my time to watch Liverpool so I can because I don't like to jump into bandwagon because some people will tell you, oh, this player sucks. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. But I'm looking at it a little bit different because I'm the type of guy. I'm very hard on players. I'm
No.
very yeah.
What?
I'm very hard on players because there's expectations that I have for a certain set of players, and then when you don't hit that expectation, I feel kind of let down. So but there are players that people are high on. I'm not as high. For example, there's a guy in Atletico City. I mean, Atlet, Atletico, At,
You
Atletico
had it.
Madrid,
Yep.
Atletico Madrid called Solot.
Mm-hmm.
Solot is not a guy that I expect to give me a goal every match or two goals every match.
Mm-hmm.
I have that expectations for Julian Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are creating parlay and I tell the guys, yo, put Solot, he's gonna shoot in the goal. They're like, yeah, but he's not scoring. I'm not putting him to score. I'm putting him for shooting and goal. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I, because I know every time Solot gets the ball, his head is only one way. I'm a shoot. So he's gonna shoot. So like those my guys are expecting when they doing those type of bet sheets, they expecting to have like put great players to shoot, but Julian Alvarez is gonna have two, three defenders on him. Solat is gonna be alone, and every time he gets the ball, he's gonna shoot. Doesn't mean it's gonna go in, but he's gonna shoot. So those are my expectations for Solat. Am I expecting him to be a great player? I don't have that expectations. But if I have Mbappe on my bet sheet, I'm not gonna put Mbappe for shots. I'm gonna put him for goal because I expect Mbappe to score. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference when I say that I have certain expectations for a player, and when that doesn't happen, you let me down. Hence my transition into Mr. Vinicius Jr.
Here we go. Yeah, I was afraid he was. I was afraid, man. The floor is yours. Here we go. Because
Thank you, my good sir. I needed the floor.
actually, before you start, I just have to say this. You were right. You're right. I want him gone. I want him. This is like a level of disrespect that I personally didn't see coming. But you did. To your credit, you did. You did. So you were right. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, in that game, you don't get the level of disrespect. You know, in that game, in that very game, because I was watching the game, I was in the office. I just had a nice, great meeting with the mayor of Jersey City. Come to watch the game, and my whole day got well, not blew up, but I got annoyed. You know, in that game, the team cannot score. The team is like paralyzed. It's like we are getting outplayed. When I say outplayed, it's like Real Madrid is doesn't know how to put an attack together.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot find what you know, like mayonnaise la ba ka entre nan mélange lan. Like they cannot find how to put an attack together. It's like your ball, no, my ball, no, your ball. So Mbappe, every ball he get, is shooting all over the place. And thank God for penalty because that's the only way we won that game. But bro, when I tell you the team look stupid, we look stupid. And then we get the water break. You have two star player on the field. You have Vini, you have Mbappe. Do you know Xabi Alonso just didn't even look at Vini and he just went into Mbappe's ear giving instructions, talking, da da da. Da. So I'm like, man, listen, they really don't want him here. They don't want him here no more. Like, this is a message that, bro, look for somewhere else to go. Like, because Vini is getting the ball a lot on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And his first instinct is to look for Mbappe to pass the ball. This is one thing that pissed me off. That's why when my brother came to me and was like, "Oh, Vini didn't play," I'm like, "Bro, don't even get him started. Vini son soussouli. He didn't do anything for himself. He only had one shot that went over the wall. Everything else was trying to pass, trying to pass, trying to pass. I'm like, "M'sap chercher papa Mbappe pour bailler Mbappe fait goal." Um, 60 60 something minutes, Vini got substituted. A player that bought Real Madrid a Champions League. He got removed at the 67th minute of the game. When have you ever seen a star player get removed from a game that is 0-0 at the 67th minute of the game? When? It's time for him to go, bro. It is. It is time for him to go somewhere else because the disrespect is there and it's gonna be there. I don't even know how, you know how he said he's gonna do 10 times more, 10 times they're not even gonna give him the chance to do that 10 times more.
Mm-mm.
Because the coach now believes in that kid called Gonzalo, the kid from La Masia. Um, yeah, Gonzalo Garcia. They removed Vinícius for Gonzalo Garcia. 67th minute. And imagine you had Brahim Diaz on the field still, and Vini get substituted. That hurt to watch. That really hurt me to watch. So he should go, man. He should go. But to move from Real Madrid, because I'm not gonna win tonight.
Oh,
I'm a see.
okay. I gave you the floor. I was like,
No,
man,
you did give
I
me
knew
the
he was
floor.
gonna. I knew he was gonna
It's
talk about it because they halted his. They didn't extend his contract. That's it.
no, he's negotiating because he wants Mbappe money.
He's not gonna get Mbappe money. If anything,
And
this is a sign that you're not gonna get Mbappe money because they're already showing you the door.
listen, I'm actually with Madrid in this. I don't think he deserves Mbappe money because last season was a shit show for him.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe doesn't deserve Mbappe money. We
That's a
didn't
whole
really,
different.
huh?
That's because
No, bro. How I'm gonna come to you and say pay me and I don't have nothing to show for it?
yeah.
Kuminga, this is a Kuminga situation, right? I don't have anything to show
He
for it,
went there. He went.
and
he went there.
and I'm asking for money, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not. So I actually agree with the club
Mm-hmm.
that you don't deserve Mbappe money right now. But then again, I don't think what they're giving him, they gave him 250. He wants 300. It's a 50,000 difference. But what I said last podcast was for him to prove himself that he can get Mbappe money. And it's not by looking to pass to Mbappe that you're gonna get Mbappe money. Because now you're Robin to his Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Benzema was Robin to Cristiano's Batman, Benzema wasn't getting Cristiano money.
Mm-mm.
Benzema got money when Cristiano left, and Vinícius became Robin to Cristiano's Batman. And Vinícius was never Bat. That's gonna be a crazy take. People are gonna come from my head. But Vinícius was never
I'm already
Batman.
disagreeing with you. I'm already disagreeing with you.
He was never Batman for Real Madrid because when they got that Champions League, Rodrygo was playing as a high level. There were two Batmans.
Then you can't say he was never a Batman and say there were two Batmans because he was.
Okay. So okay, I agree with you. That's a good point. Very, very, very good point. Yeah, he was, but Rodrigo was at that level too. And now Rodrigo is being highly disrespected. He was our best player last season, and he's best player not in not, the stat sheets are not gonna reflect that he was the best player because he wasn't scoring, but he was the one that was creating the attacks, passing to Mbappe, getting him in position to score. Mbappe kept scoring a bunch of goals that didn't do shit for us because we didn't win anything. But now you wanna Rodrigo didn't even see the field, and apparently that's why I can't. Tomorrow I'm not going anywhere because I'm staying here to watch that game because I heard that they wanna play Mbappe. And tomorrow, if Vinícius, can you believe that I ordered my jersey, man? I said I wasn't gonna order jersey this season, then I ordered my jersey. So if Vinicius gets only 60 minutes of playing time, I'm returning them. I'm not even opening the box. I'm returning them because this is crazy, bro. I'm not a Mbappe fan. I'm not an Mbappe fan. I'm a colonizateur. I'm not a French.
Speaking of colonizateur, you know what I'm saying? PSG, you know.
Thank you.
PSG. PSG is looking complacent, stagnant.
They say that they are like a brand club because they don't have a star player. Do you agree? As a Miami Heat fan, do
I
you agree? Because you don't have a star player right now. You have a solid player. You
yeah,
do have a
I'd
star
agree.
player, but you don't have a superstar caliber player.
Ah,
Oh, Tyler Hero. Yeah, he was an all-star last season.
I can't say that, Brent. I can't say that. I can't say that.
For PSG,
Nah, I can't say that.
who
Not right
was
now.
the superstar player? Dembele?
Because you can't have a Ballon d'Or candidate and then say that. That's
Yeah, but
weird.
this is the reason why they're saying that. Every club that has okay. If, when you take, I'm gonna take I'm not gonna even go in Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Because that's like because to make a different sports comparison, like the Hawks in 2018, like 2018, 2016, like that Hawks team, they were like, you could say they were like a brand club because they didn't have one key star player. It was the team.
But they don't. PSG don't have that. That's
But
why.
they
That's why
have the equivalent to an MVP candidate in a Ballon d'Or nominee.
he's not even. That's why it's not set in stone, bro. When has it ever been a season where your club won everything and you have not been the clear cut candidate?
I,
Not even candidate. Like everybody knows that unless FIFA pulls the 360, you are. I mean a 180, you are the Ballon d'Or.
I well,
When? Because now they even considering
but he
giving it to
doesn't have
Lamine
to be the
Yamal.
he doesn't
You,
have to be the clear cut candidate though. You know what? Like that's why I'm like,
bro, last season, everybody was talking Vini. Everybody was saying Vini, 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 Vini. And then they pull a 180 and gave it to Rodri. Because Real Madrid had won everything the season before. This season, PSG is on top of the world, but people are still saying, yeah, man, Yamal deserve it better. What has Yamal done that Dembele has not? You know why? That's what I was gonna tell you. That's why I was gonna give you as an example. Even when we take Atletico Madrid again, when you have that kid that I mentioned, Solot, when he goes home, he's a big player for his national team. You take Julian Alvarez, if Messi is not playing, everybody's
he's
looking at Julian
everybody's looking
Alvarez.
for him. Yeah, yeah.
So when Dembele goes back to France, they're not looking for Dembele.
No,
Dem-
that's because speaking of colonies out there, that's literally France. That's their entire that's any national sport they have. That's basketball, soccer, tennis. You could. There's a bunch of Africans
that's
over
what I'm
there.
saying. I don't care about anything French. I don't think
that's
about those colonies out there,
that's
guys.
nothing. That's man. I'm not even
When
gonna. I'm
when you
not even
take
gonna speak on that.
when you take Dembele there, you know what's crazy? France will have a lineup that has Mbappe in the middle, that has Olis before Dembele on the right, and on the left they have
If
Barakola
you're
or
saying, if you're
Desiree Doué.
saying, if you're so, then this becomes a conversation about if you're saying that his success is more the result of the team's success than his own, instead of his contributions to the team,
Yep,
then I could see it.
it's a team success. It's because the kid that I like in PSG is not Dembele. I like Desiree Doué, man. That's the only colonizate I will support at Real Madrid. Guys, that's the way I call French. That's the way I call the French players, guys, because I'm from Haiti. They colonize us for like forever. So don't come for my head. Okay?
Oh my goodness! Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. I like Desiree Doué. That like I said, but Bradley Baracola, Dembele, even the kid like Kvaratskhelia.
So okay. Then I don't.
Because when you look at the numbers, Dembele's numbers are not, and that's why again I said when Benzema left, we had two Batmans. Because if you look at Rodrygo's that numbers and Vinícius numbers that season,
They're very
they
similar.
are they are kind of. Vini has a little bit more, but Rodrygo's not that far off.
No.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with PSG. When you look at all like the trio that Luis Enrique has been putting, their numbers are not far off. Kvaratskhelia is putting goals. Desiree is putting goals. Barcola is putting goals.
So
Dembele
so
is doing.
so then so I
So basically, I feel like what Prince is saying is PSG doesn't have a superstar, a guy that if he's not playing, the team has a problem.
but that's not necessarily a bad thing though.
It's never a bad thing.
But I wouldn't.
I
But
would
I wouldn't.
love
But
for
that wouldn't make me. But that wouldn't make. That wouldn't outright make me say they're a
it's a brand
brand.
club.
Yeah, it wouldn't make me say they're a brand club though. It wouldn't make me say they're like for me to be like, oh, they're definitely a brand club. I would have to see everybody eating. Like, not everybody would have to have a similar level of production to the point where they wouldn't even have somebody in the Ballon. Like there wouldn't be somebody in the Ballon d'Or conversation because they would be so similar in numbers. Where it would be obvious that yeah, the team is dominating and the team is playing well, but it's obvious that it's 100% team success.
You
That
know,
this is just the right collection of players instead of like the right collection of players and a really and a good talent. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna
good
be.
talent is gonna shine wherever.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. When we're talking Ballon d'Or, and I'll probably say it on the podcast, the player that I wanted to see in Ballon d'Or talks was Vitinha.
Mm.
Because to me, and again, when I said that I look for player, I judge players on a different level. I didn't look for Vitinha to score goals, but I look for him to do what he's doing in the midfield, which is a major reason why, a major reason of the Portugal national team's success and PSG's success, because he's been a key player in the midfield, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see the transition from winning the Champions League
Mm-hmm.
to go and winning that European thingy that they had, the Nations League.
Yeah, the nations. Yep,
So
Nations Cup.
Vitinha has been consistent, whereas Dembele not so much because Dembele might go to France and get benched.
But is that? But he's not. But he's not. He's not. But he's not that team's most exceptional player. So I can't even.
So how okay, so
I don't
you want the
know.
club to have a club player as their superstar?
I don't know. But this is but like to make another comparison. It's like you have Team USA. Somebody's gonna have to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah,
You gonna
France
have
is
a
low.
Kawhi Leonard. You gonna have a Finals MVP and Kawhi Leonard come off the bench sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that's why I can't really be like, oh, when he goes to his national team, he plays this, and because when you go to your national team, you just gotta be wherever they put you, no matter like what your role was previously.
Yeah, but you're getting bench for players from your club. That tells you you're not that club's best player. Because if you're getting bench for Bradley Barcola, that means Barcola is PSG's best player.
I
If you're
think
getting bench for Desiree Doué, that means Doué is the best player.
I feel I don't know. But to call it a brand, but
That
to
means
call
in
it a
the eyes of the coach,
brand,
they have something that you don't.
but to call it a brand club though,
I don't know.
give me like one more week. Give me like one more
Okay.
week,
Uh,
and then I'm gonna see what I'm gonna
we
do.
can come back to it because
Because
that's
right
not
now
going
I'm on
away.
the fence. I'm on because I see it, and then at the same time I'm like, mm,
I mean, so basically, that's all I think we have for the guys this week, man. We've been at it for a minute.
yeah, there was a lot to
That was
talk
a long
about.
episode. So
Very
I mean,
very long episode.
if you stayed with us until the end,
Thank
share.
you.
Thank you, first of all. Thank you for walking with us, and then share, like, subscribe. No, tell
Thank
a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend, tell a friend. Who's your favorite colonies out there? You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comments down below.
And listen, but yeah, colonizators are, man,
Hey man,
they breaking teams.
they can play though.
Yeah, yeah, but if you get me started on why they can play, we might get
We don't need
taken
to
off
discuss
YouTube.
on that. They can play.
No, if you get because Mbappe was never supposed to play for France. He was supposed to play for Cameroon.
It doesn't. Hey, so is Joe. Hey, Joel Embiid tried to get French citizenship so he could play for France before they told him no, and he had to come back to the U.S. before he even considered Cameroon. So I don't look. You already know
So,
how I feel about that. If you want to represent a country instead of your country of origin, that's fine. Do what you do. It's where you're a citizen. Blah blah blah. This, that, and third. But
hey, but soccer is different. Soccer is a
soccer
little bit different.
soccer's a little bit different, but it's always going to be the sentiment for me. That's why, like, whenever I see Haitian players either play for the American national team, the Canadian national team, or the France national team for soccer, it irritates my soul, and I'm like, don't. To me, you could be anything else, but you're not Haitian. I don't care what you could be. You could be a shark in the water. You're not a Haitian shark. I don't care. I don't care. There's only like a couple exceptions, but that's only because I see them repping the country like outside of whatever it is they're doing. But these other motherfuckers, they just be at this point, if you can actively put on a United States national team jersey for soccer and call yourself Haitian, I can't really rock with you. There's too much. There's too
Listen,
much there.
I
There's
will
too much
forgive.
there.
I will forgive them for USA. I will forgive them for Canada, but I will not forgive a Haitian that goes to
For
play for
France,
France.
no. For France, no. For France, no. For
Wal jwe
France.
pou kolonizate ya.
To be on the
Man.
bench too. To be on the bench too. Yeah, no, no.
Oh, crazy.
You're sitting down clapping. No, I
Hmm.
cannot. No. See, I'm
I
already
can't
starting
forgive
to get
that.
mad. And I was having a good day. So I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
anyways, guys, man, this is where we're gonna end this. This guy's fresh off a shift. He has to go get some sleep.
we do it all
I
again.
had my beauty sleep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We do it all
but
again tomorrow.
I'm about to go get into some other stuff, man. But thank you for rocking with us, and
Thank
thank
you so
you.
much, man. Thank you so much.
Apologies for last week. Life got in the way, but we will try our best to be here every week, man. I do hope you guys have a great week,
Keep
and then
stacking days, all that stuff.
exactly. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right,
Peace.
Ali. Peace, man.
Peace.